Hi. In this training, we'll be talking about how to add tickets or event items to your event for people to register. This is a continuation of our last training. If you remember, we went through the wizard, we created this event landing page, but we do not see the register button. So currently no one can register for this Blackthorn test event. And the reason why is because if we go back to our event, we'll see that there's no event items or tickets associated to this event. So if you want that register button to appear, allow for people to register for this event, you need to make sure that you have a ticket or event item associated to it. So how do you add a ticket? Well, you could do this in two places. You could use this wizard button, which if you don't see it, you can add this via your page layout. But if we click this wizard button, it'll allow you to edit this event in the wizard. Essentially, I would click Offers, Tickets, New, and then I can give it a name, description, set the price or free, and save it this way. Go ahead and cancel this for right now. The other way you can do this is going through this related list. So again, I'm here on the event record page, scroll down, look for event items, click the drop down and click New. And this is the other way you can add your ticket. We'll go through this route just so I can show you something different. So for the ticket name, you'd place this here. So we'll call this one Blackthorn example ticket. We'll make this ticket free for right now for this example. You can give it a ticket type, so whether it be a main event ticket, a guest ticket, or what have you. This picklist value is these values, are customizable, so you can go to this field on the event item object and adjust the values here to reflect what you want them to be. Visibility control we'll talk about in a later training, but this is also available here on the ticket level. You have a description field, so this is a description. This is also a rich text field as well, so you can add links and images as well. You have a sales start date and end date and times as well. So essentially what this means is, let's just say you had like an early bird special where you only wanted this ticket to be available August 16th through the 17th, but you still had other tickets that people could register for until the event goes live. So you can set the sales start and end date, set the times up. So essentially when August 17th rolls around at 12 a.m., then this ticket will say no longer available or sold out or what have you. So you can set that up here. You also have the quantity and capacity that you can set on the ticket level. So essentially, let's just say you only had 50 of these free Blackthorn tickets. If you go ahead and save this, as people register, this quantity remaining will automatically calculate how many are remaining, and when this hits 0, then this ticket will be considered sold out. Now you can also enable waitlisting. So let's say this is 0, this ticket is sold out. If you go up here and enable waitlisting, then people can now join the waitlist. So as people join the waitlist, they're not registering for the event, but they're joining a list of people that are, essentially if somebody cancels or a spot opens up, they'll be next in line to take that original spot for them. So this field will allow you to see how many people are currently on the wait list, and this field allows you to set a capacity. So let's say you only wanted 50 people on a wait list at a time, you can set that here. The attendee form, these are out-of-the-box questions that you do not need to configure. So like common ones like email and full name, phone number, and things like that. You can set these to either hide, be optional, which means they do not need to fill it out to register, but they have the option to, or required, meaning they have to fill out this information in order to proceed through the registration. So you have the options here. Most of the time we see email and full name being required, and you can pick and choose which you want to hide or set as optional. You can set a form on a specific ticket. So let's just say you had a waiver that you wanted to be filled out for this ticket. You can set this to be here on this form. But we'll talk about forms and custom questions in a later training, but just know you can link them to an individual ticket. You can set this to be hidden, so if you wanted to hide this ticket for whatever reason, you have this option to do so. And then you have minimum quantity and maximum quantity. So essentially the minimum quantity says, I want at minimum 2 of these tickets selected before you can register for this event. The maximum quantity is, let's just say, you wanted to limit them to only be able to bring 3 guests, so you want to set that to 4, to where they can only register for themselves and 3 extra people, and then it'll prompt them to say the max number of items have been selected, so they can't, register for any more guests, and they get maxed out at 4. So minimum and maximum quantity, that's what those fields do. But yes, those are the main fields here on the event item. I'll go ahead and click save. You'll see it appear here. I'll go ahead, since I made a change, I'll click the update button to push those changes over. So now if I go back to my event and I give this a refresh, well, I won't be able to refresh that since I am currently recording, but I'll go ahead and click the event page URL rather instead. And now you'll see that my register button appears because now I have that event item. So I'll go ahead and click register, and now you'll see my description, my ticket, and those questions. In the next video, I'll actually go through this registration flow, create the attendee, and we'll run through the attendee record and everything that's available for you on there. So, yep, let's go ahead and move on to the next training. Thank you.